Alright guys, let's try to predict the MVP this upcoming season. I think I picked Luka before last season, so blame me, I guess, Dallas fans. Also, there's a sponsor in this vid. So, I don't want to take too long on SGA and Jokic, but there's a decent chance it's going to be one of these two again. So, the case last year for SGA over Jokic was OKC was way better, SGA scored more, Jokic was still more efficient, but SGA's efficiency was still breaking the calculators at like 64 true shooting. And while you're not naming SGA first when you say why OKC's defense is great, he did get into passing lanes a lot. He got to 2 steals a game, or almost 2 steals a game, I should say. And when you're dealing with Jokic and the way he just breaks every stat you can imagine, advanced stat, traditional stat, all of it, you need everything you can get. Your team being better, all that stuff. The difference this year is I think Denver is going to be better than they were last regular season. It's been done enough. Valanciunas, Hardaway, Bruce Brown, non-Jokic minutes, bench minutes should be better. And also if Aaron Gordon's just healthy the whole year, because that was another thing with them last year. Cam Johnson, you get it. Now, could this mean that Jokic doesn't have to put up a triple-double like he did last year of 30, 13, and 10? Yeah, that would be one case for his stats being a little worse than last year. Maybe J-Dub does a little bit more, Chet does a little bit more. Because we know that Jokic is going to beat SGA in rebounding and passing. So we'll see. And then as far as OKC, I do think OKC is going to be the 1 seed again, but last year they won 68 games. They could be exactly as good as they were this past season and win like 64 games for no real reason. Although you could make the case the other way and say, hey man, they could win like 2 more games and get to 70 if they really wanted to. The defense is still going to be great. And sure, now that Jokic has 3, any of the convos you see online about this award, voter fatigue is going to come up. Would the voters give him a 4th one? The last precedent we have for that is LeBron won his 4th MVP when he had 1 title. Now it was the year in which he would then go on to win his 2nd title, but if you're looking for any sort of comparison, but look, SGA is great. He's going to have a hell of a case again. And I'll just say now, my pick is going to be SGA goes back-to-back. So Luka, we've seen the video, we've seen the Eurobasket performances. He's in shape. I saw the fasting thing and the deadlifts and all of it. And he's got a whole off season of JJ being able to refresh the offense enough around him. It's going to be a lot of pick and roll with DeAndre Ayton. We know that. Marcus will screen for him some. LeBron will screen for him some. And I think what it would take, given that Jokic and SGA are just breaking the math so much, would be a similar stat line to Luka's second to last season with Dallas when they went to the finals. 34, 9, and 10. On 62 true shooting. Now that season, especially the first half of the year, Dallas was so riddled with injuries and Luka was their only chance of having an offense. But this team, they got LeBron, they got Reeves, Luka doesn't have to do everything. Before we get back to it, this video is sponsored by SeatGeek. So it seems like the Red Sox are probably going to be a wildcard team. And if I finally have a grasp on the MLB playoff rules, I think they would be in Houston for a 3-game series if the season ended today. As for the Patriots, they escaped week 2 with a win. Drake May was better in week 2. We'll see. But if I wanted to go to a Red Sox game, a Patriots game, a concert, a festival, a whole bunch of things, then I would use SeatGeek as I have in the past and it's always been a good time. You can use my code FunkyDiabetic10 for 10% off your next order at SeatGeek. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are over 70,000 events on SeatGeek. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know you're getting a good deal. Just look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. Every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. Again, 10% off. Any tickets with promo code FunkyDiabetic10. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. But the real tough thing here is going to be, I don't know if the Lakers can realistically get close to how many wins OKC is going to have because of that defense. And with the Lakers, I've talked about Smart and Ayton to death this offseason, but yeah, so much of how good this team is this year, it's going to ride on those two. If the Lakers could get to, let's say 13th in defensive rating, and Luka puts up the necessary stat line compared to Jokic and SGA, and the Lakers win 50-something games and they're a top 3 seed in the West, then okay, there's the case. But the West is really tough. Now, it's probably going to be one of those 3, but there's other names here. Giannis, this case is pretty obvious. He just drags the Bucks to a crazy record compared to the talent around him. I wouldn't bet on it, but Giannis is obviously still an MVP player. And this isn't really an official order at this point. I'm just naming guys when I think about them. Real quick on the old guys, Steph, KD, and LeBron. We love all 3 of them. you can still rank these guys among the best players in the league, but if we're talking the MVP award, I mean, guys this old just don't win the award, and I don't think any of the three are really going to try to win the award. And also, LeBron plays with Luka. Now let's get to Wemby. So, I think the safe pick would be that we're probably like 1 year away from the Wemby MVP talk really getting there. Not in the sense of him finishing like top 5, like that could happen this upcoming season, I feel like, but more so having a real chance to win it, because you got to get to Jokic, SGA, and Luka with the math and the true shooting percentages and all that stuff, right? I mean, Wemby actually had a higher true shooting than Luka this past regular season, but I'm expecting Luka to get back up there this season. But Wemby's probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year this season. He could average 4 blocks a game, and so that might give him a little more of a buffer if his efficiency doesn't match those guys exactly. I do also think the peak version of Wemby on offense is probably not shooting 9 threes a game, more so like 6 or 7 threes a game. And Wemby has said that he has gained 30 pounds since entering the NBA. That was a few months ago. He might still have a little bit more weight gain to go to where he can be at his absolute best as an inside scorer, screener, mismatch beater in the post, and all that stuff. And while I do think he can pull off some really, really nice passes, there is still probably another level to get to with him just anticipating the defense, knowing where the help is coming from and all that. Like, I do think he could get to like 6 assists a game one day. He could average, 27, 12, 5 with 4 blocks a game on 60 true shooting this year, man. And we all know the Spurs are going to win more, assuming him and Fox are healthy. Although, similar to the Lakers, I don't know how close they can really get to OKC's record. So my bet is it's not going to be this year, but there's a chance it's this year for Wemby. Next up, we go to Ant. I think every time I do one of these videos, I say the same things with Ant, which are he needs to have another efficiency jump. He did it this past season because he became one of the best three-point shooters in the league, but if we're talking MVP, there's still another level to get to, and a lot of that's going to be 2-point percentages for him. And then it's going to be, can he finally compete for an all-defense team? He can certainly do it on the ball when he's fully engaged, but as a whole team defender, rotations, off-ball, closeouts, the whole thing, we'll see. And also he has to do so much on offense for the Wolves that I don't know if it's realistic, but that would be the way he gets there. Or he takes a page out of Brunson or SGA's books and just gets better at just doing stuff to draw fouls. You know what I mean. Because I do think right now a lot of Ant's foul drawing is just barreling to the basket and crashing into somebody. And he could probably use another rebounding and assist jump. It's tough to win MVP, man. It would also help him if the Wolves can get out to a better start this year than last year. Now let's go to Brunson, as the Knicks are most likely going to be a top 2 seed in the East. The case for Brunson to win it is that he just explodes with his efficiency, and maybe under a new Mike Brown offense that I imagine is going to have some more of Brunson off the ball, to where the Knicks offense doesn't dip too much into Brunson top of the key with the entire defense looking at him. Maybe that could lead to his true shooting going from 60 to if we're talking MVP, it'd have to go to 65 true shooting, something crazy. He'd probably have to hit at least 30 a game, maybe lead the league in scoring, and with an improved defense for having Mitch healthy and a better bench, and again, a little more of a diverse offense, the Knicks would have to win around at least 55 games. Maybe it would take 60, I don't know. But one thing with your offense not being as predictable is maybe Brunson ends up taking less shots, which might be better for the team, but is going to hurt his MVP chances, of course, unless the efficiency just really, really goes to insane levels. It's kind of a similar thing with Mitchell. If we assume the Knicks and the Cavs are the top 2 seeds in the East, Mitchell took less shots per game this past season, and the Cavs finally really figured out their offense until bad things happened for them in the playoffs. And so I would expect a similar thing again this season. I mean, Mitchell this past year was 24, 5-5, basically. It's good stuff. That's not going to win the MVP. Can I at least acknowledge that the last time we saw a healthy Joel Embiid, he was averaging over a point per minute? I know he's not going to win the award. I don't even know if he's going to hit the 65 games played, but that did still happen. I mean, Trey, he would just have to have the most efficient season you can imagine with some of the difficult shots he takes. It will soon be 4 seasons since Ja was 7th in MVP voting. And that season ended with him getting hurt right after having 3 amazing games versus the Warriors in the playoffs. Paulo has to become a better shooter from everywhere, including the free throw line. Cade has to become one of the best inside scorers in the league. Anyway, I think that's it. I mean, I said it 2 minutes in. My pick would be SGA. I think it lines up with history. We have a number of guys winning back-to-back MVPs at this point, and I don't see why OKC would have much of a drop-off at all. And I mean, besides just 68 wins is a lot of wins, I guess. And I don't really see SGA having a worse season for any reason, so yeah. I know, it's a safe pick. Anyway, have a good one, guys. We got preseason in a little bit, so things to talk about soon.